Okay,
Like,
there's a bunch of people here I see. Can everybody give me a thumbs up so I have a way of getting you to respond to me? Everybody that's listening.
yep. Oh, a lot of people are responding.
Thanks, everybody. Cool, thank you. I'm just trying to set up my
That's cute. Deny. That's really cute. Um, already?
I'm still mousing around. Sorry, everybody. Everybody's
It's
No
okay.
worries.
Don't worry. Take your time.
Like you already see the dev chat rules. I think I don't have to say more about that one.
Yeah, I like the
But then,
font in the background.
oh yeah, no, I actually had to literally extract the font for the dev chat rules, but then I was like, oh, that's too big, and then plus I don't want to be manually placing each letter for because they were
Nice.
about to be the same size. So I'm like, you know what, I might as well just do it the old-fashioned way and just get a different font that is still readable.
Good job.
Yeah. Hmm. Hello. Hello, Anna. Welcome aboard. Oh, hello.
Do you know the story of this animated background that you have in the dev chat rules?
Yep. Well,
Sort
no,
of.
not
Oh,
I
you
don't
do
know
know the story?
I don't know this like the full thing, but go ahead. Maybe there's something I don't know.
I
And maybe
actually
tell
would
me.
rather hear your version of it if you don't mind. Tell me what you know about that
It's like
animated
Uh,
background.
I remember talking to Moduvator about it recently, and it was like how they did some animation of sorts, like the effects, but I could be wrong.
I think it was a bug, actually, a graphical bug, something like this.
Was it a graphical
Yeah,
bug? But
it is.
oh, actually, give us a more in-depth lore that maybe none of us may even know.
I think we should bring Motivator
Oh
up.
yeah.
I think he might know if he feels like
Well,
talking.
Mod, you're up. We're just gonna let this happen, and then we're gonna allow first timers after that. Motivator.
Hello, everyone.
This is just for the to discuss this animated background. Then we'll
Yeah, no
continue.
problem. Can
We'll,
can
we'll
everybody hear
kick him
me?
out.
Oh,
Yes,
Yes.
beautifully.
okay, perfect. But yeah, so if you notice, actually, in the Ecco PC port, the background is stationary, which is important because the Sega Mega Drive, you could arbitrarily scroll every scanline of the screen, and the original intention was to make it sway gently, so like it was swaying in the background as a wave effect, but the scroll values got mixed up and it resulted in the ripple effect. So the background image that you see is almost unrecognizable, but it's actually the regular choral background. But the scroll values got messed up and that resulted in this ripple effect, if I remember correctly. Please do.
Yep, that's perfect. Right, you nailed it.
Yep.
So this is literally the. It's not a bug. It's a feature,
Yeah.
and it was
Hap-
purely a bug.
happy accident, let's call it that.
Yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
Sometimes great
yeah,
discoveries comes from mistakes.
yeah. Well, you got to be in it to win it, and it's just that the code was being written, and it's a very odd relationship between um, the computer, 68,000, and the TV. So after every scan line, there was a short amount of time that if you ran code at the end of the scan line, you could change the values, like the scroll values. So at the end of every scan line, the next scan line was to be changed following a vertical wave pattern. But there was a bug, and I don't even know what it's looking at. So it tells the next scan line to do something completely random, and then it continues right down the TV 60 times a second. And this is what we get. Okay, that's it. I'm
Chase-
done. Any
Chasing the
questions
electron
on this?
beam.
Yeah, chasing the electron. Staying just ahead of it. Is there any questions about this? Now would be the time to ask. But it's okay if there is.
Oh, Sherman wants
Oh.
to come up stage.
He'll ask a question.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Hope that helped. Feel free to call upon me if further assistance with the Mega Drive code is needed. And have a good one.
Thanks. Thank
Thanks,
you.
Master Moduvator.
Great to have you.
I got a feeling that's going to turn into a thing.
Yeah, more than you think. But no.
Sherman. So should we run this the way the dev chat rules dictate? We should run this now at this point.
Sherman, you there?
Let's go.
Oh, I was gonna ask the question. Is this gonna be on the final?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Ooh. Hey, Sherman, welcome aboard. You're
Thank
the
you.
lead programmer, right?
Mhm. Well, the lead. Because I'm also trying to like herd artists as well. So I'm
Ooh.
not just like siloed with the programmers. Everyone's in here with me.
Awesome. And I got the impression it's like, oh, I think I heard somewhere was like you're like the lead programmer, but I thanks for clarifying.
I think that's how I started. But then I've just
It
been
grew.
like, yeah.
Just
I'm
keep throwing another hat on
programmer.
this guy.
Right. Yeah. My background is programming, but I can do other stuff too.
Ultimately, what we're making is software. We're making a big software project. So all the art, all the sound, all the playability, all the assets that make up the game, and all the code all comes together to make up the game. So the guy that's running the code or the programming of the software is running the software. So yeah, Sherman wears a lot of hats, but he has to because he's in charge of making this software for us. So let's hear a round of applause for Sherman.
Yippee!
Thank you.
Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. All right. So any other questions, Sherman? Or do you want to elaborate further about the hats?
Oh, I mean, so
What hat is on your cranium at the moment? How about that?
right now,
Yeah.
oh my God, I
You
am
can be totally
researching.
transparent.
Okay, well, so we've got this. We're building the project in Unity, and we developed a branch of it to use for the Earth Day minigame. And we had a whole host of problems with this because Unity, it can build to WebGL, which the web will run, but the audio gets compressed into the same thread as all of the rendering and all the logic. So whenever you go close to the vortex in the minigame, the audio would start crackling like crazy. Maybe that's a feature, not a bug, as well. But
No. Bug.
there are other issues as well with like multiplayer, trying to create threads in the background when it can only be singly threaded. So we are. I'm looking into what it would take to port the entire Earth Day minigame project into web native engine. So yeah, I'm doing some research into something called Babylon.js. It's like a web native
Unity.
game editor. It's like Unity, yeah. It's like Unity,
Yeah.
but it's for web. And so I'm just exploring the tile map feature, sprite maps, generating some sprites, putting them into the level, and seeing how easy it would be to port. Just before pulling the trigger, just doing some research. But oh my gosh,
Good. That
yeah, it's a
sounds
new
very
hat. It's a
interesting.
brand new hat. I've never had this hat before.
Yeah, my thinking is if we're gonna make a multiplayer experience on EchoTheDolphin.com, it has to be technically solid. Uh, Unity is, as much as we love Unity, we all grew up on Unity, isn't great with this WebGL stuff. Not just because of the sound threading problem Sherman was describing. It really isn't that supported by Unity, it seems. And now modern um, JavaScript programming on the web has direct access to the GPU that's in your phone and in your computer. So it used to be hard to talk to the GPU from a website. Now we could bring the GPU to the web page, which it unlocks a lot of conveniences and quality of life features. So that's thanks for putting that hat on temporarily, Sherman. But I think it's worth it.
Yeah, no problem. And before that, like last week, I was working on the so we've the I was working on tiling again of the level assets. So what we initially wanted to do was just create a 3D tile for every tile in Ecco the Dolphin, and then just populate the whole game with those tiles, those 3D tiles. But it doesn't work because a lot of these tiles in 2D were just like flipped versions or reused in different contexts. So we would have like a wall that was supposed to be used as a like the back face of the wall had to be it had to have geometry because it was being used as a wall on both sides. So we the way that it's tiling doesn't work in 3 dimensions. You get these hard edges, and we have to account for that. So we have to have little variants that you put in, like if you have 2 edges that come to a right angle, you want to have something in between that can soften that edge. And the edge that is like an actual terrain edge that Ecco can interact with also can't it has to act differently. It has to look different than an edge that touches another edge, like an internal edge. So we have internal edges and then edges that need to fold over a little bit and be more rounded, where it's interacting with Ecco. So back to the drawing board. We tried one thing. It looked fine, but it could look better. Man, what a strange hat to have worn. Fixed it now.
Huh. So there's still a lot more to go through.
Well, so there's edge cases. So I need to like find them. So right now, I've created a system. They're called megatiles and subtiles, right? And subtiles are edges and corners.
Okay.
And there are 9 variations of corners.
Yeah,
and
like
5
some are
variations
sloped.
of edges.
Like some are sloped, some are tight.
So yeah, there's like rounded ones,
Hmm.
and then there's square ones, Those are like the
Okay.
basic ones. And
Yeah.
then imagine you have an edge, or sorry, a corner, but the edge next to the corner is connected to a tile above. So say you're it's a 4x4 mega tile, and the mega tile above it is 3x4. So it's the corner is not attached; it's rounded, but the edge next to it is attached, so it's square. So then you have to have a transition between rounded and square for the corner. And so each corner and edge needs to have a variant for am I rounded? Is my neighbor square? And then so each subtile has 3 components as well. The its center and then its connectors. So that's working. That looks great for like the ocean, right? But then you have things like Atlantis, where you have like stairs, right? And stairs don't slope into each other, so those do want to maintain a, a right angle. But then what happens if you have a like a rock wall touching a like stairs? So you have to have these edge cases built in. So you have these like the level generator knows whether to put a transition between this type of tile and this type of tile.
Oh, that is interesting. And Moduvator actually spoke about it in the chat, where it says the proposed idea is quite close to the way the Mega Drive games does it. Basic level is made of 128 by 128 meta tiles with extra smaller objects layered on top to hide all the.
Yeah,
That's and even shows it. That's
yeah. So I mean, yes and well, I mean, yes, he's right. So there's basically like 2 different draw calls. There's
Ooh.
well, like there's the background draw call, and then there's the meta tile draw call, and then there are the decorations that are drawn on top of that as well.
okay.
You can't you can't uh necessarily hide all the seams with decorations, as I've found. it was just too much. So because you'd have like a corner that needs to round one way in one context and up in another context, and our poor artist was like, because we started, okay, make this square, and then okay, make this square, but on the edge it needs to like slope upwards, and then oh no, it also needs to, we have to have a variant that slopes downwards. Actually, we need a variant, and it was like exponential explosion of the number of assets, because there are all these cases. We started with one test level, and that test level, you know, we could get it looking all right, and then starting on level like the next level after that, we would find all these other edge cases where, yeah, I can't believe they're using this tile in this way. We have to make a new asset for it, and then it's just like for all these biomes, it's not going to work. We have to, okay, let's make these as subtiles, and then have them dynamically know what are next to each other, and have these connectors, this connector logic.
And it's just a matter of like see what fits essentially for the level.
Well, it's like before you even, so with this system you don't even have to know what fits. You can you can just you create, instead of creating each meta tile, you create the subtiles, and then all the connectors for each terrain type. So if you need like rocks, okay, we got rocks. We need coral reefs. Okay, we need to make some coral reef connectors and edges and corners and things. But there's a finite number of those things, and it's not going to grow exponentially. So we'll just work through the list.
Well, that sounds pretty interesting, I think, overall.
I hope everyone's not asleep.
No,
We're
I
still
think
there.
a lot of people are actually interested, and we do have a few programmers here as well. Some that are outside the team.
Hey, anyone? Hands up if you've ever worked on marching cubes.
Anyone?
Hey, there we go.
Marching in what direction? The Z?
All directions.
X, Y, and Z. Anyone?
Debris hauler has put up a hand, so there you go. Congrats. Doesn't work for the system, but it was nice to research it for a bit.
Programmers are artists too.
They
Their
especially
medium
work in
is
tangent.
symbols.
Coding is art in a way.
Exactly.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Should
more
we
people are joining.
get to the question and answer portion?
I'd
Yep.
say we should get started, but this time we're gonna be letting first timers get the time
Awesome.
to shine.
Awesome. Thank you,
So,
Adrian, for doing all this.
anytime. I'm just happy to even help at all. Wait, please someone ask about.
Oh, sorry.
No, I was saying like please someone ask about Ecco Origami. Actually, you know I'll do it. Sherman, what about the Ecco Origami that we've been hearing about?
I don't know what you guys have heard, but yeah, we're we're in the process of creating an official Ecco the Origami pattern.
Oh, that is so cool.
But wait, Sherman, wait. Please tell us about your relationship with origami and how it started.
Well, long time ago. No, I've always sort of origami's been when I was a kid, that was the thing I would do with my hands when I was, in class, just bored. Some people, I don't know, chew gum. I made little origami stuff. So as a kid, I would just take out every origami book in the school library, try and learn all the patterns. But I haven't done it in a very long time. As an adult, it's not really, I have a smartphone now to distract me. But while I was in Tokyo, we
With me,
with Ed, we had some Ecco the Dolphin shirts that we wanted to give to Sega, and we bought some gift bags, like paper gift bags, for the shirts to go in, because we didn't want to just hand them a pile of shirts. And they were quite plain, those paper bags. So I looked it up, because Japan, there's origami paper everywhere. I had just bought some that morning, so I looked up an Ecco, or sorry, a dolphin pattern, and I made a couple origami dolphins and stuck them on the bags. And oh my god, they went crazy. They loved it, and I think Ed loved it too. It was so fun.
Ed loved it.
Ed loved it.
Well, that was a bit of a change in mic. No worries.
How do I get out of here?
Oh.
Like it.
Oh no! The vortex took him. No.
Oh, Jason.
No.
Come
Hold up.
back.
Oh no! Wait. Oh, let me bring him back in.
This is why the world needs Ecco the Dolphin.
Hello.
We thought the vortex took you.
I tried to post in the voice channel chat on my phone while I'm on my computer, but don't know if I can. I
No,
can.
you can. It's just it can be a little finicky at times. You gotta be a little careful. Yeah, not the first time. I literally had that happen to me, like, I believe last dev chat where I accidentally left the call once or twice.
How long did it take you to figure out that you had?
No, I
done that?
figured it out quickly. It tends to happen. It's like it's just frail, and I'd rather not have to go for that again. So I'll just pay attention to the chats on the tabs here, and also whenever my friend keeps texting me, like right now in DMs on my phone. At least I could do that.
Perfect. Yeah.
Go on.
Here, I'll paste the origami. But yeah, so we got inspired by that, and it was like, well, is
There
there
should
a
be an
pattern?
official Ecco origami.
Yeah, it's like, is there a pattern that we can use as the official Ecco? It's like, wait a minute, why don't I actually know an origami designer? Let's get something brand new, and yeah,
There you go.
we're working. So this is I just posted the little dolphins that I gave, but it was like that just sparked this whole talk of like, hey, this is really cool. And then in my mind, I want to do a diorama of like an octopus, Ecco, and some jellyfish.
Ecco the
Nice.
Dolphin, the game, is a diorama that
Right.
you're
It's like
that you're working on.
paper craft.
I know people were talking about wanting to do dioramas of Ecco in various scenes, and it's like everyone will love that.
Yeah, we need more
Secret
eco
code.
goodies.
Yeah.
And origami Ecco, you know what? Alternate skin, origami Ecco.
Right. Yeah.
Just
Different skins.
Eco plush for makeshift.
It's like a secret code you can type in, and then all of the 2D assets are replaced by like pictures of papercraft.
thinking of origami Ecco, it makes me think about Okami for a bit, like how stylized that game is and how beautifully crafted it.
Moduvator. You know
Yeah.
that? There's a story behind that.
About that diorama.
We're looking
the
at
alien...
a 3D print of a vortex nest that someone made. That's glorious.
But
just in case people
that's
aren't
that's not it. If you rotate that sculpture, it becomes it's Ecco on the other side splashing on a wave. So it's a fully like rotatable 3D thing. It's beautiful. And I actually reached out to the creator of this. He runs like a 3D print studio. He never made the files public.
Yeah, that's Daniel De Leon, alias aka Daniel Leon Arts.
I'm not sure if it was him or someone else.
No, it's not Daniel.
It's not Daniel. No.
We know his style.
Yeah, it's not.
Daniel's gonna work on our time machine.
Ooh.
Let me see.
But go on, Sherman. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. So anyway, I did reach out to him. He's interested in doing this with us, and he's actually already shared the 3D files with me, and given me the rights, or like a license to print and give them out. Not to sell yet, but we can do a giveaway.
Or we could just make one for me.
Oh yeah, one for Ed. The problem with this model is that it's absolutely massive. I think it's like I think it's like 50 centimeters tall.
Ooh.
It's
really big.
huge. And it would take like so long to print, but I can always miniaturize it. I don't know how well it would come out. That's actually the plan to test it, to see if it will look good miniaturized, and then maybe we'll work up to printing a giant one. It would go so well. You'd have to have it like in a rotating platform, right? Because you'd be able to see both sides.
You have to appreciate it.
So let me this one. So this is Jonathan Schaller is his name. So this is the other side of that sculpture.
Yes.
It's so cool.
I remember when I saw it, I was like, wait. And then when I found out that it's tied to you guys, I'm like, oh god, it's actually a big deal, but I don't know to what extent. Till now.
Well, yeah. So he's just a big fan. We reached out. He's so happy. He is worried that he's like, how do I know that you're real? How do I know that you're actually
Understandable, because
working on it? I was like,
especially
I'm
with
sorry.
celebrities, it's like, oh, are you sure? Actually, I reached the one that Mina posted as well. I reached out to that guy as well, and he'd be down to actually make more at some point. The one that she posted as well. So yeah, it happens.
That's so cool. Yeah. It's super exciting. I love that sculpture. The origami, Ecco Origami is like one step towards this sort of hopefully explosion of Ecco art that we can put into the world.
Like there's
Yeah,
already a bunch of fan art for Ecco in all
Oh yeah.
forms. And having Origami Ecco would just blow it out of the water. Pun
Yeah, it's
intended.
something that you can just make yourself, and then you have it.
Exactly.
And it's physical.
Ed, there was something that my wife actually thought of, which was you know how some origami books that you buy have those patterned sheets where you're folding a cat, and then when you fold it together, it's actually like the cat face and the stripes are along its body in the right way. We could also have
Print.
a print that you can print it yourself, but it's got the stars on Echo's head. I don't think you
Yeah, that's what
can
we need.
put those in. Yeah.
Thanks for
people said
remembering the stars.
Mhm.
people are saying I don't care how much it costs. Take my money. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Always. Everything about Echo.
But no, we love that, and I
Yeah.
would actually go as far as to try all the different variations of Echo.
It's been so much time since you have been wanting more Echo, not just as a game, also as goodies, and you are literally delivering a dream to us.
Yeah. So that was one of the things that when I started over a year ago, um, we had to make the decision, like, the is this merch in how do I say it? Is it in service to selling more games, or is the game like one merch that is in service of this cultural idea of Echo that we're like the are we working on something bigger than a game? And the answer is like obviously, right?
Of course.
Uh,
I feel like
Yeah.
Echo is like go on Ed.
No, I just was agreeing with Sherman.
Okay. Like I feel like Echo has transcended beyond than just a game. I feel like it could be more. Like it at its core, it's a games franchise. But it could be so much more. Like I remember someone stating that Echo may have inspired Vaporwave with Echo Jams. But I'm not sure if that is true. Ed, can you clarify on that front?
That's what I heard too. I didn't really follow along when it was happening, uh, but I heard Echo was uh, some inspiration to that micro genre of music, I guess you would say.
Yeah. if only that person was here in the audience right now, but they're not able to attend today.
Yeah, Ecco is usually considered to be a pioneer of Vaporwave genre, thanks to the
Could
Ecco
be a
jams.
coincidence.
I mean, the
well,
timing just feels off.
yeah, plus the Ecco music is very vibey, although it has a lot of influence in it, very soothing, very angsty, etc., bringing to a lot of nostalgia, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh yeah. Okay, Moduvator pitched in. Ecco Jams was very much a predecessor of that, which is where people generally like to think it originated from. You know, Ecco could be synthwave, though, based on the yeah. It could also be that. I think it could go both ways.
So I would say that Ecco, the music, is synthwave. Ecco, the aesthetic, is vaporwave.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Dude,
how I would categorize.
well said. Well said.
There was a funny conversation I had with my brother. My brother, he studied art history, and we were looking at Ecco, we were looking at references, and he had the revelation. Wait a minute. Have you guys heard of Frutiger Aero aesthetic?
Yes. I grew up with that.
Yeah. So for anyone who doesn't know, Frutiger Aero is like the bubbly blue transparency that like early 2000s era computers came with. So a lot of games, a lot of the stuff that was just like free on the computer was that vibe. And dolphins like splashing out of the water, the blue sky, blue ocean,
Oh, yeah.
rainbows. That's all like part of the Frutiger Aero aesthetic. But my brother had this realization that like, wait a minute, looking at Ecco, that isn't Frutiger Aero
Yeah, I remember.
at all. That's not like light blues and the whites. That's like purples and you know rich blues and reds. And he's like, that looks like Tron. That's like Ecco the Dolphin is Tron aesthetic, not Dolphin aesthetic, which is so interesting to me.
From a palette point of view.
From a palette point of view, and yeah, exactly. From a palette point of view. But also the music too, I guess, would, fit in with Tron. It's
It could all be a coincidence.
It could all the stars align together, just like the stars in Ecco's head. Well, I don't know if that was well done.
Good point. That was very well done. Could just be
Oh, more people are pitching in that Ecco is actually the founding of Vaporwave. Ecco Jams started the entire genre, and many Vaporwave artists go back to that album as a source. You know what? Huh. It's like there's so many things you could take away from that.
We got to talk to this guy, Chuck Pearson. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
I'll try to get him to come on one of these
Oh yeah.
chats. Then we'll
but-
know for sure. Should we go through all the questions?
Yeah, we kind of got sidetracked, but it's fine. Now, once the first question starts up, I'm gonna start putting a timer on the screen.
Okay, cool.
But I'm gonna start choosing anyone who's a first timer. Either that or you start raising your hands for any first timers who want to come up here. First timers.
I hear from MPM Draws.
Yeah. Hello. But no. Anyone that isn't a regular for now, because we will get to you later. Oh man. I was gonna how do we say we want to ask a question? So, oh, just raise your hand in the audience, and then you should be able to come up. Yeah, raise your hand, and we will go to you. Oh, welcome aboard, Bean. First time here?
Welcome.
Hello, thank you for having me. Long time fan, first time caller. I'm only recently joined Discord, so I don't know if this has already been asked before. I also don't know how big it is outside of America. I'm wondering if you're aware of an old comic in the 90s called Sonic the Comic. It featured a couple of Ecco the Dolphin strips, and I was wondering if you had any plans to try and include that in some form, as you seem to be bringing everything else Ecco related back from my childhood.
Wow. So I remember seeing those comic strips in the Sonic the Hedgehog comic. But the speech bubbles offended me, and I just never read them. But it's on my list. Just like Defender of the Future, I have to see what other creators have done with Echo the Dolphin through the current lens of uh, you know building the game again and wanting it to live on beyond me, people who are building it now.
I'd be curious which they had a couple of different artists that we used, and the second one had quite like a painted style for all the art. So I'm curious which one of the two you saw. I do remember the
Oof.
speech bubbles do looking a little bit odd in the first couple of issues.
I mean, it
But
was a
this is going back
physical
some 30 odd
magazine.
years.
I held the magazine in my hand and flipped through the pages with my thumb, and then I saw, and so I can't remember if it was painterly style or otherwise. So I'm not sure which. But if you give me 2 screenshots, I'll tell you which one I like better. It'll only take a second.
I will. I'll get back to you when I find those. I
Oh,
know they
cool.
exist a few places online.
Can I ask you some questions?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, there you go. Thanks, Moduvator. How did you like the comic strip, the Echo one specifically?
I mean, understandably, I really liked Echo when I was younger, and the art style specifically is something I remember really liking. The early parts, a couple of issues, it's like, okay, yeah, this is a good comic. It's got Sonic, it's got Echo, it's got Wonder Boy, all the fun characters. But when it started to have this really nice that art style that I remember, I just remember absolutely falling in love with it because, being a child who only read comics, I wasn't used to seeing these kind of really high level art things. And it tells a different story to the games, but I just remember being absolutely fascinated with it. I could never get that far through the original Echo game. I really struggled with some of the early levels. It took me a while to realize that it was not just telling a story of the game, that some of the events were a bit different. But seeing the asteroid and just getting that different experience there was a fun way to be able to experience and engage with something I enjoyed that I wasn't quite able to play much of. I mean, I got better for the sequel, thankfully. Tides of Time, I absolutely loved. Though I did struggle with Medusa a bit, or a lot.
In the sky.
Yes, yeah, the sky. It was definitely the hardest part of the game for me. That one level after the scrolling one.
Well, thank you for reminding me about the Echo comics. I'm going to lean into it and learn more about it. It's exciting for me that, literally there's another Echo canon with a whole different, world connected to it, but it's still Echo. It's very interesting to me.
Thanks. Yeah, I'll find some screenshots and share them in the chat in a bit.
Actually, I do know that Moduvator also has the full scans as well. So that I say all send everything to Ed's way.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Awesome.
There is there have honestly, I won't post a link here because I don't know where it falls legally, but I do know there's a very high resolution rescan project going on at the moment to capture them at like 600 DPI for the original comics. So yeah, if you are
Oh,
after as close to an authentic experience, that is there. But again, I don't know exactly where that falls, so probably not the sort of thing you'd want to share out. It does look very cool.
okay. I'll consume, but not share. Thank you.
Thanks.
So, is that all? Because the timer's almost
Yeah.
running out.
Dude,
Yeah, no,
you have a
that's
minute and a half.
I mean, I can't think of any other questions. I mean, I
Okay.
still listen to the Ecco soundtrack. I absolutely love the music. Even before that, realized we're getting another kind of remastered version after learning about Sega CD versions. I just absolutely love that soundtrack, and I'm looking forward to hearing what comes next.
Excellent. Make sure you find the Echo the Dolphin music player on echothedolphin.com. On
Oh
it
yes,
are all our remasters, works in progress, and all the old tunes as well.
very much enjoying listening to those. But yeah,
All right,
I don't have any more
let's
questions.
do the next question. Thank you, sir.
Alrighty.
Nice.
Have a wonderful time, and you'll be moved back to the audience.
Thanks.
Up next is another first timer, Mina.
Mina.
Here we go.
Oh, is your voice working now?
Hopefully. Mina, please tell me you're not caught with something busy right now. Please don't tell me.
I'm here. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, let me reset the countdown. There we
You
go.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
you almost missed the call. That's 3 bad fish points for you.
I know. Okay, so my question is probably going to be something that I don't know if we can dive too much into, but ever since the first, few games came out, back then, a lot of paleontology related, discoveries have been made about like the dinosaurs and stuff that were showed in Kinds of Time, and I was wondering like if the direction is going to get steered to be a little bit more accurate or if it's going to stay as wacky as it was.
Like the retro old reconstructions of the prehistoric fauna.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
I have
I
an
think
opinion on that. I don't know.
yeah, we're gonna go for it, Sherman.
So I view what I'm doing as sort of like art preservation, right?
Mhm.
So I think that even though it's not correct to have a trilobite and a dunkleosteus like hanging out
after
with
last
each other,
yeah.
especially like a giant trilobite. It's not correct, but it's truth. It's the truth in Echo. So I don't
Right,
want
yeah.
to retcon anything. If anything is added, like if we're gonna add new decorations, which I don't know if we're gonna do, we might just reuse everything because there was so much in the originals. I think we will try to do it starting with how it was intended in the original. So
Yeah.
so if there were, like I don't know what specifically you're talking about, but if there were like crinoids that look, that's not what they look like now with our,
Yes. There are
then-
many of those.
Or like how Dunkleosteus looks more like a shark rather than the eel-like body
Yeah, I
plan.
could barely tell it was a Dunkleo.
yeah. So and that's the thing. It's not really a Dunkleosteus. It's
Mhm.
like it is a an enemy in Echo the Dolphin that like sort of mimics it, and
Mhm.
it's a fantasy version of
Aw.
based on what we might have thought they looked like before.
Right.
So
I think also like
Mhm.
another quick question is in a couple parts of the game, especially for types of time, you can kind of skip out on where you're like what you're intended to transform into. I know there's a level you're supposed to play as a shark, but like you can totally skip being a shark and like dolphin all the way through it. Are those loops going to be closed out at all?
You're saying they were unintentional,
Yeah.
and we wanted to force you to be a shark.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, but when we are there, right at that look
Yeah.
to make that decision, we'll remember you, and then but whatever. I got a feeling you're going to be forced into being a shark.
Oh gosh, yeah.
So that makes another person from the server hired in the team. That makes 30 for now.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna take a look at the intent behind the level design, and then sort of base it on that. So oh, in this level you can clip through the wall. We're not gonna keep things like that, like
Yeah,
whole
okay.
chunks. But we'll also include a like a classic mode where you can play each level as it was, like exactly emulated. So if you're like a speedrunner who cares about like precision of like, I know exactly the inputs to skip the entire
to get
level
through
as a
here,
dolphin.
right? That makes sense.
You can, yeah. We're not gonna retrofit old quirks
Mhm.
unless they were intentional.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then in that same vein, if there were things that were intentional but didn't make it in, like that. So there's something interesting. So you know how in the original Echo you can gain power-ups to your sonar,
Yes.
but they're optional. I don't.
Mhm.
So that's like interesting. Like that was an intentional choice. So we're gonna keep it as optional. But there's a world where we would want to force that. We want everyone to see all parts of the game, but that maybe we'll leave. If it's optional, then it makes it special to 100% everything.
Very, very true.
Well, looks like time is up for now.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Mina.
And we gotta talk about it later, Mina, about something.
Yes.
Hey, Mina, if you have any advice about, I mean, I could imagine you would say something like, just be accurate, scientifically accurate. But 65 million years ago is no one's accurate. First of all,
No,
but
very true.
if you have advice, especially in your mind, pushes us towards interesting science and interesting areas, I promise we'll emphasize it somehow.
Okay, yeah, I'll
So,
absolutely have to like take a big peek on everything and give you my opinion.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
cogitate on that.
Yes.
Awesome.
Which
Thank you.
Of course,
Thank you.
which of course we will have to look into the reconstructions and such. Anyways, talk to you later, Mina.
Thank you, Mina.
There was one. So there's an interesting thing that I'm in the position to do, which is sort of to not replace things, but to add context where there wasn't context before, because things were like big pixels.
Yeah.
And there's this. I've got an example here. Ed, can I share like a concept art?
Sure.
So there's the here's the if I put this in, will it go to the chat? Let me try. Yeah. Do you see this like the original Slender Orthicone? It's like not very many pixels. But when the artist
Mina
sort of did her upscaled interpretation, she kind of gave it really angry eyes. Thought that would be funny if that you go back in time and everything's just angry, right? Like everything just looks mad at you.
Edgy Cthulhu.
Yeah, Edgy Cthulhu, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's this idea where the there's this like, how do we make the trilobite our trilobite, right? Oh, this is a mad trilobite, an angry trilobite, and like nowhere else in the history of gaming is there a trilobite enemy that is also just like a really angry one.
How can you make a trilobite angry?
Oh, you
How would
big
you?
eyebrows,
Make
big
it
angry
swim through
eyebrows.
rocks.
You just
No,
shoot
Yeah.
the
man,
eyes.
no, I do not want to go through that again. No.
We put
Well,
like a
you know what,
little
I'm going to.
proximity sensor on it. It's a homing trilobite.
Oh
I
no!
just want one as a pet.
If
Why is
only.
everybody so much angry in Echo the Dolphin?
I mean, you know.
Mad as hell, and like they
Mhm.
don't want to take it
uh,
anymore. Okay, next question, and let's reduce the timer to 3 minutes.
oh yeah, for future reference. I mean, 5 minutes is fine.
Well, how many
But, you
people
know,
are left?
I
Yep.
mean, now it's just people that Leighton. Will be his second time being with us today.
Oh, okay, okay.
Leighton, come aboard.
Leighton.
Hello again. Happy to talk to you guys.
Hello.
I
Hey,
do have some questions like on the original like Echo Dolphin games, like for you, Ed. You ever
Yep.
you ever thought of like bringing back Spencer Nilsson, the music composer for the Sega CD versions of two Echo?
yeah, he's part of the team.
Cool.
Like
That's awesome.
he's remastered three of his original tunes so far.
Awesome.
Spencer is an awesome guy. He lives up in Sonoma and works at a high school. He's in charge of all media and music curriculum and multimedia stuff, whatever they do. And he's a great teacher and a good friend. But yeah, all the original CD music he composed back in the day, remasters of all those tunes will be part of that complete.
Yeah, it was really funny. We were having a like we had a very concerned message from Sega, like you know, we don't know what the
Who owns what?
licensing. Yeah, who owns what? Can you send us a list of the songs that you're planning to remaster, because we don't know if you know, you have the licenses to remaster those. And it's like the person who's remastering it is the original composer and creator. We're fine. He agrees. He's doing it.
All the composers are remastering their work.
It's so cool. I love anytime we can get the original creators in. That's such a win for the project.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, big
That's
time.
another
and for
question.
Definitely.
my personal happy time.
Ooh, cool. I have a
'Cause I
question
love
for
everybody.
So, you go ahead. Okay, I'll ask the second question. On the Sega CD version of Echo, like the Tides of Time, there's like the CGI cutscenes of the retelling of the first story of Echo. Like, wonder why there's no CGI cutscenes for the second game.
Because there's no third game yet.
Yet is the key word.
Good point. That makes sense. What, you guys are involved in the Sega CD like versions?
Yeah,
Like, cool.
yeah. I wrote the little documentary, and I managed that the CG animation story in the CD version.
Were there
A lot of that animation makes me wince right now when I view it, but some of it is absolutely gorgeous in my opinion. When Echo swims around the time machine to kind of check it out, that shot I think is glorious. And then there's another shot where you see the silhouettes of the dolphin pods swim by, a stylistic montage in the middle of one of the teleporter rings. Absolutely perfect. That was directed by Alan Bettino. Has a lot of DNA in Echo the Dolphin. Not currently working with us. Okay, next question.
Have you
My
like
headset's
any?
gonna die.
Had you had like when the Sega Saturn was still in in the system? Sorry, my talk.
Mhm.
Wait, had you had thoughts about plan to make a third Echo the Dolphin game on the Sega Saturn?
I did. I was very excited about the Saturn. Before I got my hands on one.
It still is a great system.
I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know
in
if
its
I
own
agree
right.
with that. I effing hated it, but that's a personal thing.
Hmm.
I was at the time. I was feeling a little pressure, not pressure, but sort of a willingness to, or an advocation towards doing Echo 3 on the 32X, which I did not want to do. That's why there's the Hummingbird game.
Yes, I'm about to mention the Hummingbird game.
Yeah, so my intent was to get Echo 3 on the Saturn, but by the time I made a few games for it, uh, Dreamcast was the dream, and then my head went that way.
Thumbs up for
And
me.
Nice.
time's up. I
Sweet.
mean, if you want to have any closing thoughts, like with the staff here, like anything to say before
Sure.
we move on to the next person?
Thanks, by the way, for those great questions.
Oh, you're welcome, Ed. And I'm simply happy that you're finally getting your dream come true to finally getting the third game that you wanted to make, and finally finish up
Thank you so
the
much.
Echo story like you always wanted to make.
We're not there yet, but we're on our way towards that.
Cool.
So thank you. Thanks for your support.
Hope I'll talk to you guys again.
All right, great. Looking
Till
forward.
next time.
Bye.
Thanks a lot.
Up next is Anna, the one who loves doing art.
Not Nsocool.
No, Nsocool
No.
is someone else who will be in line soon.
Hey there, Anna.
Hello. Hello,
Hello.
Ed. Hello, everyone.
Hi, Anna. Thanks for coming back.
I'm always back. I always come back.
Me
Okay, I don't
too.
have much. I don't
You
have
like
much
cool.
time, but I have, but I have a few questions, which I'll
Great.
be asking you first, Ed, and then I go to Sherman because I have a specific question from a friend, which he's Sean the Kraken, and he can't join because he's at work. So I'm gonna take over his question at the end,
Great.
if Sherman
Awesome.
can. First of all, for you, Ed, the first question will be, I had an idea. I don't know if you're known into that or something. Have you heard about the Good Smile company in Japan where they produce the Figma figurines? I thought if it would be possible to do like a little chibi Echo figurine to pose them and to just put in on a display as a collector. Because I have a lot at home and I'm I love Figma stuff and I love the Good Smile company figurines. I thought if there would be an Echo, that would be something cool to have.
Well, I am in love with that idea. And I in my mind, I can't recall Figma. I'm sure I've seen those figures because I looked
They're
at
everywhere.
lots of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I have a few myself that I adore. I did recently in Tokyo. Sherman, who got us the Dolphin little beanbag Dolphin? Did you see that one?
That was me. I bought that.
That was
I bought
the
it
best
for,
one.
Yeah. You love
Where'd
that?
you get that one?
I got it at Daiso. I saw
And
these little
Daiso.
keychains. No, not Daiso. My bad. No, I got it at Don Quixote.
Oh, Donkey. Oh my god.
Yeah, the Mega Donkey is
I know.
9 floors of insanity.
I know.
I got some.
It
Cool
looks
stuff
like a
there,
tiny
but-
little plush, but tactily, it's very satisfying
Oh, that's
to hold it.
cute.
It's very nice.
Okay, that's
Yeah, so
cute.
we will study what'd you say, Figma, right?
Yes, it's Figma from Good Smile Company in Japan.
I mean, they also exist on
produce.
other Japanese
Yeah,
companies. It's like the
true.
term you use for like complex figurines that you usually see a lot for like anime characters, like
Exactly.
Chainsaw
Exactly.
Man.
So
et cetera,
Figma is
et
not a
cetera.
company. Figma is like a type of.
Yeah, a type
No,
of
no,
figure.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Just
genre.
the Good Smile, the Good Smile Company is the company that's
Good
in
Smile,
Japan. That's
okay.
producing
That
Good
does a
Smile
lot of
Company,
them.
exactly.
I'm writing
Yeah,
it down.
there's like thousands of them.
Do they have RFIDs?
I don't know. They have a bunch of them. I have no idea. I only own 3, which is
I know
from
they did Zelda.
Overlords. Yes, I have
Uh,
one. I have one from Zelda, which is the Majora's Mask.
Oh, I love
Okay.
that
They did
game.
one for Skyward
Question though,
Sword, and
would
they
you
did
want
one for
would you want the dolphin itself, or would you want
Yeah, like a dolphin, like the dolphin model. Well, you can like wiggle the fins and just the back and like the entire anatomy of the dolphin, and then just the equipments or like little items or like the glyph or like little fishies as like a display decoration when you take photos or like just overall display, just like as a usual kind of Figma that comes with like every figurine, like. Yeah.
How
they
do you guys feel
rigid?
about?
What?
Is it like a little rigid sculpture of a figure, or
Yeah,
They
kind of like
articulate.
yeah, they're
Oh.
movable. You can change the face plates. You can just move them around, pose them.
Oh, nice.
We got 1
And
minute left.
yeah.
Do you have another question for me?
Yeah, I do, which is from Shonga Kraken. Will be. Let me just read. He said, where is the question? Oh, here. If they have any major bugs right now that are very difficult to overcome, which is in programming, a question.
Oh, yeah. So there's a ton of stuff actually. So Echo. Oh man, where to start? The biggest thing that I've been sort of trying to fix has been Echo's animation through the water, right? So
Yeah.
how does he look? So he's sort of doing his little swim, right? But then so the way it was solved in the originals was that it's just a massive sprite sheet, right? So he's able to when he turns, there's like a set number of sprites that show, and we can't do it like that because with controller support, there's not just 8 directions anymore. There's unlimited number of directions that Echo can rotate to and rotate from, and one of the things that we were playing with just when we were starting out was in the original, if you start a turn, you cannot end that turn early, right? You have to wait for the whole animation to complete. You can't buffer. So you can like buffer inputs, but you can't cancel a turn once you've started it. But when we've tested it, it's actually more fun to swim around where you can rotate a little bit and then rotate back and not be locked into some animation, because especially because when you have a joystick, what does it mean to like start a rotation? If you go like perfectly flat and a little bit up, like we don't want to start like a quarter of a second animation for that. So there's a system where you can rotate from any point, from any direction to any other direction, and you can also cancel that and rotate from any point during the rotation to any other point. There's no way we can do this with animations, with traditional animations. So we've had to create this pretty in-depth dynamic rig for Echo, where he's at every rotation he will sort of respond with his bones in a certain way. And then we wanted to like have him do the tail movement, but blend together with how he's rotating in the water. And we had that working, and then as soon as he left the water and jumped into the air, it like completely broke. His back like broke. He like we called him Dolphin Taco because he was just like completely bent out of shape. And that was a good bug. Just with that specific bug is to do with there is a dynamic animation and a dynamic rig that where the tail sort of follows in this rotation path. And then when you switch gravity on, when he's out of the water, it reacts to the bones in a completely different way. And he's just everywhere. His bones just like don't work. So hope that's one of the fun bugs we've come across.
Yeah, Sean the Kraken was very interested in that because he's into programming and he's doing his own games. So it's like he has so many questions about programming. I'm like I'm just an artist. I don't know about anything. But that's cool.
Can I chime in on one thing?
Go ahead.
The one thing I would say is sometimes a problem is when the way Ecco feels in the editor versus making a build. So there's still, because the game is so performance oriented, have to be 60 frames a second. Everything has to run. Everything has to think all at the same time. Managing the threads, I guess, is that right? Sure.
Not quite. Are you talking about with it, his animation and his rotation?
Yeah,
and
like
his
how the
predictability?
dolphin feels in the editor is
Yeah.
different.
So
Feels
we had to switch.
in
Yeah,
the
we
game.
switched away from something that Unity has built in because it was frame rate dependent, and it would like feel really good in a build and really bad in the editor. And it's like, well, we can't do this. We can't test properly if we don't know how it's going to behave in the final build, and especially on different hardware. Like we can't have that. It has to be consistent. So yeah, that's a sad bug. I don't like that bug.
Oh,
Understandable. But I'm gonna go. Adrian, I don't know if you will read out my question. I don't want to be too long.
we will switch maybe things up at some point after we're done with the initial, and we will read the questions in text.
Okay.
Is that
I don't
fine
want
with
to
you
be too long.
guys? Of course.
Thank you, Anna.
Thank
No
you, Anna.
problem, Ed. Thank you
Nice
too.
to talk to you.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Take care. And now up next is MTM Draws. Get up here.
Hi, hello everybody.
Hello.
Thank you for having me up here again. So I've just been wondering because I was looking over Nova Trade's history and such, and then like I'm just because like I can't find anything about this online, but like why did Jaws Unleashed wind up being the last thing they released before shutting down?
Oh.
All right, so they didn't really shut down. They became Appaloosa. And really what happens with humans is a bunch of humans that work together and they have some success. So they try to work together again. And that's what we have going on here. So the company names like Nova Trade, Appaloosa, Two Fish, Flake Me, all of those companies are legal constructs, or they're not real. They're just legal for contracting and money and taxes, and also dealing with different countries, different IP laws. But we're all the same people. We all work together. And like right now, at Two Fish, which was Appaloosa, which was Novatrade, or at least parts of those companies, are the same old guys: Laszlo and Karacha and Deju and Mishi and Tamash and Vero.
So it didn't
We all
really
work together.
shut
So
down. It just changed
just
forms.
yes, not even that. It's just the same people, different ways to address them legally at a moment in time.
All right. And then also in regards to the remakes of Echo the Dolphin, well, not remakes, remasters. Will there be any option for like infinite lives or similar? Like in terms of
Quality of
like
life
just being able
features.
to, yeah, just little quality of life things here and there.
Yes, we'll try
Yes.
to embrace all that are available for
So
anybody to optionally use.
yeah, I went to so we actually had dinner with the guy who oversaw the 3DS port of Echo, and we were laughing because I don't know if anyone knows about this, but they had like a easy mode. You'd have like infinite breath, infinite life, right? And the game is still unbeatably difficult, even with those the grace given to you, you know. So there's there's this like concept of difficulty where it's like, well, what makes it difficult? It's not like the breath and the health is one thing, but like, you know, it, getting hit by a swarm of jellyfish and you can't get through, and they're just like you're trying to get through, and it's there's multifaceted like layers of how difficult the game is, and we're gonna try and keep the game like difficult because that's sort of the heart of the game. But there's gonna be an easy mode with I don't know about maybe we'll have like a super easy mode with infinite lives and unlimited breath. You know, pacifist, the creatures don't attack you, whatever. But I think I'm focused on like the main experience is going to be like hard but fair, and then there will be like an easier mode where maybe you have more life, maybe there's more breath. There's like fewer enemies in a certain spawning group of them. But then I also want to add a hard mode. I don't know what the market is for that, but I think it'd be really funny.
Speed run.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that all sounds very good. And then the last question that I want to ask. So in regards to Defender of the Future, if that is included in the collection, is it going to be like the recent I think Xbox started doing this as well. So just like recompiling the original game to work on current systems, or is it going to be a
Emulator.
emulation? Yeah.
I think the PlayStation 2 emulation could be a challenge. I think the only way to make the game, you know, commercially viable and playable on modern platforms is to recompile it. But I think I don't know the answers to all the questions yet on that. It's still a work in progress.
I do recall two developers who I saw and noticed the names, Tamas and Soltes. They did work on those games specifically, so maybe one of those two would know, but that's all I know. If only.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for having me up here.
Oh,
Thanks for the
thank
great
you.
questions.
Awesome. Wait, let me read what Moduvator is saying. Dreamcast is better because it's easier to work with Dreamcast and then make it like the PS2. But technically, it's the same diesel power engine that was used in Jaws Unleashed. Resource files format is also very close, and that game did run on PC. Okay. Yeah.
Tiny
So that's
Tank.
some insight.
Did the
PlayStation 1
also did the right joystick do anything for
Yes,
Defender of the Future?
yes.
So what?
I actually.
What if you were playing on Dreamcast? What would you do?
Okay, in the Dreamcast, you actually have to like press the Y button and then use
Your
the button
left
the
joystick.
left yeah. It was a lot more convoluted with the PS2. It's just the right analog stick and that's it. You don't have to overcomplicate so many button mashes. That's why I prefer control-wise the PS2 version better over the Dreamcast. So yeah, there's that.
Interesting. Hmm.
Yeah, again, I think this would require a bit more discussion. Oh, and a lot of people are pitching in now. The PS2, the right stick was a 180 turn. You could also, if you do down, you could do reverse, and if you're swimming too fast, you could break in place. Like you could have Echo stop in place, so he doesn't, like, let's say, bump into a wall or something. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll definitely look at both versions and
I have both versions, and again, I do. One of these days, Ed, you're gonna have to send me the address. I could send in the game copy.
And when you say you know
that'd
people
be
that
nice.
worked on it, did they work on like a decompile or what did they work
Wait.
on? The game
Wait.
itself?
Wait, say that again. Sorry.
You said I know people that worked on that.
Oh, Thomas Bakos and no, they actually worked on the game. Like they're in the credits.
Oh, wow.
Thomas Bakos is the guy who worked on the engine, from what I recall, and then Sabas Soltis, he's actually the production director of that game.
Nice.
Yeah, I remember the credits, and I even responded specifically with that. And of course, Soltis also worked on Jaws Unleashed as the general manager and Destiny 2 in some of the recent games as a Digic.
How common of a name is Tamas? It's not the Tamas.
Thomas Bakos. Tama Bakos.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I'm saying it right or wrong. You are free to correct me on that stance.
He's the CEO of Artery Studios, Sherman.
Okay, yeah, it is the Tamas. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
You say it Tamash. Like
Tamash.
SH.
Tamash.
Oh,
Okay.
Tamash.
Tamash.
Tamash. I'll keep that in mind for future reference. Time to learn Hungarian. Anyways, enough side tangents. I apologize. But
No problem.
now up next is Nsocool. Come right up.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hi.
Ah, yeah, good evening. How is everyone's Friday?
Excellent.
Once more.
Ah, yes. Okay, yes. Okay. Put the thoughts in because there's a timer right now. Ah, okay. The first
At least it's
question.
5 minutes.
Okay. Excuse me, Ed.
Take your time.
I remember because I was talking to Gordon about this. Okay. Since I know that there are puffer fishes in the game, usually in both Eco games, they're chill when Eco doesn't eat them, but sometimes when they see Eco, they tend to be very hostile, like in hidden areas. So I want to ask if Eco, like he is a young dolphin, has he ever played with his friends the game past the puffer fish?
Would he?
No, he's a stand-up citizen.
yeah.
No narcotics
So,
in this
this is
game.
when we actually enter the GTA part of Echo the Dolphin.
Schedule 1, the dolphin.
Okay. CJ the
It's
Dolphin.
passing the puffer is too good of an idea to be flippant about. So we embrace this idea wholeheartedly and look forward to sharing how dolphins pass pufferfish in our game.
So
Yeah.
Because
basically,
whenever we,
go on.
I'm sorry. No, continue.
So basically, Echo can
it's
replenish
in-
health
oh,
by
sorry.
smoking pufferfish, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Colliding.
We're talking about it. It's earmarked. It's
Dolphins
it's it's gonna
do
be a
that.
thing. You just don't know how much of a thing it's gonna be, because it'll have to be like a bonus. if at all. But we'll see. We'll definitely work something about passing pufferfish. I can't speak to Ecco's history of pufferfish use. But
I mean, it's also relatively new in the scientific world in terms of dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
But
And there's
yeah.
lots of new information about language and
Oh yeah.
communication in general. I mean, by the time we finish the game, we might be able to just invite dolphins to this Discord channel. Hey,
Yes.
what do you guys think of this game?
That would be so awesome. I love that.
Because
Maybe a
we do see
KPI. Sherman, I was going to say maybe a KPI for the game itself is when we go to Monterey Bay Aquarium and set up a monitor to show the game to real dolphins in that giant aquarium they have. That would be cool.
Okay, yeah, those videos of like magicians and monkeys. We could do the. Hey, what do you dolphins think of this game? We'll bring our laptop and just see if they like it.
Did you ever see the video of the little kid communicating with the dolphin, and it's trying to like get her to make faces? It is so adorable. Anyway, and that's cool. You got another question?
Yes, but it's okay if you want me to leave. It's okay.
No, you got
It's only
time.
50
You got
seconds.
time.
Yeah, because the pufferfish are always hostile with dolphins. So okay, I have the other question I have is since Ed, I don't know how Ecco was as a child, but what about his future? Like, who was his mom? But what about his future? Will you make a game about his future with life when he starts a family, having kids, and all that? Who's gonna be his kids? Who's gonna be the wife?
Well, wow. I definitely know his future.
Oh god, this is freaking out.
Who's breaking up?
That's Adrian,
Discord
actually.
is freaking out quality right now. Oh no.
Oh. There we go. I'll just answer in chat.
Your question, Nsocool? Hopefully.
Yeah.
Nsocool, you there? Okay, it's
Yes, I'm
I
here.
answered it in chat with text. You hear me?
Okay, now we can hear. Yeah,
Okay.
Discord fixed itself. Okay, we're
Mm.
back. Everyone's back online.
Thanks, Discord. Thanks, Discord.
It's okay.
Yeah,
I'll leave
it's
right now. I hope you guys have a nice day. Thank you for answering my question. I need to go play some games with my friends.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
Have fun.
Have fun and
Take-
thanks again for coming.
Talk to you next week.
Yeah, you too. Take care.
Take
Talk to you next
care.
week.
And then up next is actually, do you want to take a break and actually read some of the questions and ask me away?
Yeah, do that.
Yeah. Okay. I know this is asked before, but this is now towards you, Ed. From
Okay,
Count
great.
Blau. In Ecco, sharks are most exclusively hostile enemies, which was expected given the common depictions of sharks back in the 90s and early 2000s. More recently, the depictions of sharks have been changing as the need of public education and of sharks and their place in the ecosystem has increased. Alongside the worsening endangerment, the public perception of sharks has very real effects on shark conservation. I'm just wondering if Ed and the dev team have thoughts on this. Because obviously, dolphins are like natural prey items to some shark species, like duskies, great whites, tiger sharks.
They actually, yeah, but for the most part, they occupy the same, like biologic or what's the word? They occupy the same niche, so they feed on the same fish, and they're often like you where you can find dolphins, you'll find sharks, and vice versa. We're like,
I mean, it also
they're
depends
usually
on the
like kind of
species.
buddies. Yeah,
it really
exactly.
depends which one you're looking at. Like Great whites, they're obviously like the big bad of dolphins because great whites depend on marine mammals. While you got animals like dusky sharks, which are generalists, which will go as far as to actually usually prey on dolphin calves if given the opportunity, if separated from the pod, like which I think that could. I don't know. I always headcanon that it could have been a dusky shark.
I believe we've got bull sharks.
That works too.
As the enemies currently.
Yeah.
Are those
those are the ones that the ones that will live in the open ocean, those will be dusky sharks, but the ones that live in inshore environments and freshwater, those will be bull sharks.
Nice. That's actually very helpful. We're just calling them open ocean sharks right now, but dusky is we can look at references.
I mean, I would actually. Is it okay if I could send references your way, guys?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
But let me answer the question a little bit. So the good thing about working with Ed is he always has thought everything through and has answers. So I asked him like, so why, why are the sharks attacking Ecco? And he said, they are. So I don't think we're gonna say it in the game, but you guys can know. That you know how they have little like electro sensors. They can sort of
electromagnetic fields. Yes.
Yeah. So when the vortex touched the ocean, they got like confused and agitated and aggressive. There's some sort of electric shock that went through the oceans, and it's caused the sharks to just be in a frenzy. So that's sort of one answer, and then so I don't want to. The intent going forward will be to show the sharks they are aggressive. They do fight you. They attacking you, but these aren't like real life happy sharks that are there's going to be some sort of indicator that they're these sharks are like something's happened to them. They're in distress. To not propagate this thinking that all sharks are just naturally terrifying and aggressive. So one of the things
the question was leaning towards would we be willing to represent sharks in a more scientifically accurate light rather than just being mindless enemies to make it a video game.
So one of the
that's I think a noble. Yeah, I mean the whole idea of seeing electricity and sensing the world as electromagnetic impulses in salt water. What is it like to be a shark? I think it's a great angle, and I like the question because it inspires me to do just that, represent them scientifically accurate in some way or another, even if it's in the manual with some text.
Of course. And I think you're doing a lot for shark conservation, even if they're just enemies that you would assume otherwise, because again, they are natural predators to dolphins.
Of course.
So it makes sense, but like adding some nuance and depth into their behavior in the game, it's just like an added treat overall. I think you're doing the world a favor.
Well, yeah, just the subject matter itself sort of brings a spotlight to these topics. So that in itself is good. I acknowledge that, but we have to do a good job. So people don't laugh at our dinosaurs anymore.
I mean, again, and I'm gonna be sending a lot of references to Sherman. Oh boy, Sherman,
send it my way. That's perfect. Yeah, no, if anyone has anything that they want to send my way, like please do. More is more.
That way,
more knowledge. I can choose to reject it, but like not knowing, no, Absolutely. Everything I'm trying to have intentionality to everything that we do in this game. So,
Of course.
like, there was a discussion like, are we going to just what was it for the leopard shark? Are we going to just slap a different texture on the shark model? And it's like, no, we're gonna make a leopard shark. it's a leopard shark. It's not a leopard colored bull shark.
Hold up. Ed, you're asking if there's more Q&As? There's a few more in Ask Me Away questions, and then we're going to go back to vocal questions because we still have people that are standing up, and then, yeah, we will go from there.
Okay, go.
Okay, now the second question, now that Count Blah's question has been asked, Nsocool, the one who you gave all the shock of Kimba the White Lion and the sounding inspiration behind Ecco, she asked this. Hello, I'd love to ask something trivial. It's about Trelia's relation with Ecco. We know in Tides of Time she states that she is a descendant of Ecco. Does this mean being a direct descendant or just a descendant of his generation in general? Like,
it's the latter. She's many generations away from.
Yeah.
So she's not great granddaughter. She's
that's fair. So it's like, yo, wait, you're my relative.
Yeah.
You look so different. It's like long fit. It's like I'd imagine Ecco would be just weirded out.
Yeah, that the narrative need to have them not be blood related
Okay.
supports future narrative.
Okay. And then for Anna, because I know she ran out of time during the question, is I messaged you, Ed, in DMs. It's been a week, and I know you're a busy guy, which is fine. Don't worry about it. But I asked you last week about the drawing that I want to do for you and for the fan art merch that I will sell. Also, the Dolphin drawing you might have. Do you still have it? If not, that's totally fine. My question I need to know. This is for Anna.
Yeah, all right. I'll get back to her on her DM. I don't really look at the Discord DMs, but I'll learn to do that.
I mean, you kind of already did a little bit with me last time, and it helps.
Yeah.
In due time. Anyways, back to vocal questions.
Here we go.
And Tandre, you're up next.
Hello, pleasure to be speaking with you again. Hey.
Hi, thanks.
So, I know in one of the dev Q&As you were open to the suggestions of like possible new morphs and any kind of ideas that any fans may have had, and the only thing I could come up with, might be a good idea or not, I don't know, is that maybe Ecco could turn into a bat or something, and it would be a unique morph in the way that he could still use his echolocation, but it would be the only one where he could do that. It's the only thing I could really think of on that. And anything else, really, most of my questions are lore related. Now, if you don't remember, or if there was never really much additional thought put into it, that's fine. But I do remember in Tides of Time, one of the Skyfinns mentioned something about how the floating islands that you see were formed from the great eruptions. Was there any kind of like backstory thought of behind that, or is that something you'd rather not comment on because it's going to be expanded in future games? Or do you remember?
The latter.
Okay. Okay.
That's a good one.
The two Vortex drones who takes you to the future in the Tides of Time. And again, if this is something you'd rather not comment on, that's fine. Were these possibly maybe like the rebels of the Vortex, as any like group will have like a subsection of rebels that are against the the general ruling or whatever, and they're just kind of going to go against the grain and
fuck up a timeline by bringing Ecco into the future.
I don't know.
Going fully back to the future. Going fully back to the future, Vera.
It was a great great question. And I guess they're not rebels. They
Okay.
are. It's a plan. It's a very well thought out plan.
Oh, okay.
Really great
And,
questions.
oh,
Just to know somebody's paying attention. Is really,
oh,
really
I
great.
like, you know, like I said before, like I'm big on like lore stuff. Like that's my biggest thing.
Yeah, me too.
What else was I going to say? Oh, I wanted to say, and I think this has been mentioned before, like the community's communicated and I speak to everyone, and I know that there's other factors that come into consideration, like, you know, higher ups and the pressure they put onto you, but we as a community want the team to take all the time that they need in order to make this the reality
Don't rush it.
that they want it to be. Do not rush it. We all agree, I speak for everyone, that we don't care if it takes another 5 or 10 years. Like if it comes
Whoa, dude! I'm 63
Hold
years
on.
old.
well, you know what I'm saying. Okay, I'm
I don't know. Let
exaggerating.
him.
but
Let
you
the man.
know,
Let the man speak.
yeah, okay. I'm exaggerating, but you know what I'm trying
No,
to say. Quality over quantity. Do not feel rushed for the sake of the community. We want you to have this be as fully realized as to be in line with your vision. Do not feel rushed on our accord, is all I'm saying. And
Thank you so
yeah,
much for saying that.
yeah. And I guess well, I guess a little
I
time
can hear too that you really mean it. You're not just saying it. You really
No,
mean it. I
I'm
appreciate that.
yeah, I appreciate you. You were you were a big part of my life. You were a big part of a lot of people's lives. And I want to say, and this might start out sounding like a negative, but it's going to end on a positive, right? Okay, so, you know, I grew up watching horror movies. I'm into horror video games. You know, I like Silent Hill. I like Resident Evil. Ecco the Dolphin is literally the only game or piece of media in my entire life that has ever actually scared me. And I actually remember when I was younger, like I would have like these nightmares that like I was in the house and like the vortex were like trying to break in like through the windows. Like it terrified me. And although that was terrifying at the time, like as I've gotten older, God, I love Ecco for that. I love how it's just so deceptive in the way that it turns into what's essentially like a sci-fi horror game. And I love the atmosphere of it. And I think it's so unique because of that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks for the childhood trauma
I
again.
agree. Thank you
But,
for saying all of that.
Yeah, I guess that's
Yeah,
all I really
thank
had
you.
to say.
And time's up.
Thank
Wow,
you.
that's perfect timing too.
Exactly. Like sometimes it's fine if you want to get finish your sentence before the timer ends, and then you guys can give your thoughts, like Ed or Sherman, and then we move on. But no more questions from here, as you know.
Yeah,
Any
I the responsibility is weighing on me that it's sort of it's on us to re-traumatize another generation of children.
Might as well. You need to.
Yeah, exactly. They deserve it, and I say that with young
Somebody's got to
children.
do it.
Someone's
It's
got to do it.
important. It's important we share our experience with our children. It's important.
That's right. That's right. And you know, we trick parents into buying this game because it's got a happy dolphin in the front, and then they play it and they're traumatized. It's great.
Yeah, sharing trauma through generation. Isn't that great?
Okay, what's
Yeah.
next?
One thing that we're contemplating, or we would really like to have, is more cinematic moments of the game.
Hold on.
And like moments that can cause more fear is a good use case. So like the reveal of the Vortex Queen is certainly going to be more momentous than how it is in the
maybe bring James Cameron in.
Or
oh yeah,
in-game cutscenes where where it's still in game, but like you see how it transitions. It's like, oh, that would be like sort of like how Tides of Time did it, or like
yeah. I don't mean cinematic. I don't mean cinematics like cinematics, with the capital C. I mean, like cinematic, like just a cinematic moment where maybe the so one restriction of the old hardware was that Echo couldn't the camera couldn't zoom in and out because everything was like a pixel. You can't like make a pixel and a quarter of something. But with this, we have camera options now, so things can zoom in when we want them to be claustrophobic. It can zoom out when we want it to see more. We're gonna play around with that stuff.
I love how
Awesome.
I imagine, people coming in thinking that Ecco Dolphin is a very poetic, very nice, very beautiful, very cozy game, like about a cute dolphin, and hearing Sherman saying we need to add more horror stuff in the game.
As you should.
Let's turn Ecco Dolphin into Silent Hill and Clive Barker stuff.
Oh no! Don't turn Echo to Silent Hill. No. No. I mean,
No,
then
we
again, I would
can't
buy
because Ed doesn't like fog. He wants the water to always be crystal clear.
unless it's that one game we don't talk about.
Silent Hill 2.
That Silent Hill is pretty. It's pretty
Pyramid
cool,
Shark,
though.
Ed.
Anyways, well then. But no, I think
Thank you.
that's it for now. And then there's Moduvator. Well, actually, let me see. Sean. Oh no, it's Moduvator up next, and then Sean, and then Tankblade, and that should be it for questions, unless more people decides to raise their hand last minute. But it's nice having you around, Antandre. See you later in VC some
Thanks,
other time.
Antandre.
Thank you.
And then Moduvator officially gets to ask his question.
Hello again. Thank you again for having me. Yeah.
Anytime.
Yeah, interesting idea of me being kind of a sidestep consultant on the Mega Drive questions, but yeah, I appreciate the gesture. So anyway, I usually refrain from tossing in suggestions in the voice chat form, obviously, but I believe this one was so good that we were discussing it in the Ecco Online community. And anyway, so Ed, the idea that it's not mine, I would tell that, but it doesn't originate from me. But so Tides of Time, the secret password that I don't know if you have the chance to read about that yet. But anyway, so the secret password. Obviously, in the original game, if you try inputting that into the password screen, it does nothing. And we were discussing in terms of that. So the game gives you a secret password. You enter that into the password screen. And what it does, essentially, it starts a new game, but with all Echo's abilities already unlocked, including, the Pulsar, the Hunter Song, etc. So had it been done back then in 1994, it could essentially be a new game plus before that was even a thing much later. So possibly something to look into as you do
That's
that.
a really great idea.
I know.
Great idea, because it's like you travel back, you get the password, and you start the game again. It's like you're going back in time again, but now you bring all the abilities that you gained
armed with the knowledge from the future, exactly. So that's instant replay value if there ever was one. So
I have not read your article yet, but I intend to, and I intend to have this conversation further. It's a fabulous idea. I'm sure Sherman agrees.
Thank you.
Right?
Thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, so that was kind of the suggestion that tossed into the hat, among other things. But yeah, New Game Plus in Echo, that would have been fantastic, I think.
That's a good one.
Yep.
Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Any others?
No, I think I'll let others have the stage, because I think
That's very courteous of you.
Yeah,
Doug. We
yeah,
love
no,
you for that.
yeah, no problem. Thanks everyone. Yeah, for listening
Thank
to
you, sir.
my rambling.
Oh, and I have to call Arcane Erica here, where it says, "Oh, I have a question for Ed, but I wonder if he'd let me ask privately because it's a community Easter egg idea that I think would be really sweet."
DM me. I'll read
Yeah.
it for sure.
Anyways, up next is Sean the Kraken, which we heard the name earlier thanks to Anna. And time to reset the counter.
Good afternoon. I finally made it here from work. I was calling but through traffic. Ed, everybody.
Florida traffic got
Thanks
to
for
you
the
again.
effort. Yeah, Florida traffic. I-4.
Of course.
And shout out, yes, to Anna for asking my question. I appreciate the answer to. I was listening to it. That's cool. Bugs are fun. I'm in it for the Ed lore. Okay, and all the questions that were asked earlier, kind of what I was thinking of. But I wanted to know one thing. So, as a project lead, as the lead of this project, in general, I was wondering if there was any, like, say, one strength and one weakness of Ed that you kind of encountered throughout, we'll say, your career of leading a project. I mean, I did a little bit of this. I was kind of leading a QA team from some other stuff, other work stuff. But I noticed my strength was like when I took over the team, like no one knew who I was. I kind of came in the door. Hey guys, my name is Sean, and I'll be leading this QA team. You all have all the experience, et cetera, et cetera. I'm new. I'm willing to learn. So my strength was really, I guess, listening to the team. The previous manager didn't really like listen to them. He was kind of more of a driver and just do. But I really wanted to kind of make sure my team didn't have any blockers at the start of the day, and we carried on. And I noticed my weakness was, I guess, time management. I took on too much water, too much stuff, and really put over time. But anyway, yeah, I'm wondering, curious about you, Ed. Like, is there any strengths, a strength and a weakness about being a project lead for this project that you kind of notice about yourself?
Man, really good question. I think probably anyone, their biggest strength is like intimately knowing their weaknesses. I know that kind of sounds like cliche, but I do know
Mm.
my weaknesses well. And you know, you said it before, like you wanted to listen to your team. So I cover my weaknesses by surrounding myself with people who do not share my weaknesses, and I try to listen. Um, I find that relative to my own personal weaknesses of having a blind spot towards lots of little details.
Mm-hmm.
I get encumbered by black holes. Like the source code is in a file that's in a folder that's inside of a backup deep
Right.
in a RAID drive or something like that. So it's a black hole inside of a black hole inside of a black hole.
Mm.
And when I say black hole, I don't mean the gravitational black hole kind, the informational black
Yeah.
holes. So
Yeah.
if it's not in front of me, I lose it. So to combat that weakness, just try to keep things up in my face in a form that's compatible with my learning modalities. So
Cool.
yeah, you know your weaknesses, you know your strengths, so you're on your way for sure. When you said challenging about time management, I know you're speaking about your own personal time management. You do have to fix that. You have to keep things moving. Um, and unless you were saying it's time management of the team, that's a whole different other set of problems.
It's I guess a little bit of both. It's just taking on putting too many irons in the fire, and you know constantly keeping an eye on the we'll say target date, but because there's
Yeah.
always something that can get. That's always something you can do better. There's always something you can perfect. But you have to have a cutoff.
Yeah. Well, I hope my feedback was helpful.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I came in late. I appreciate it.
It's a
and,
great job to have. Like if you own it and you care, I find it's it's difficult to manage more than yourself, like more than one or two people at the same time. It's very difficult. So
Yeah.
you have to trust that the momentum and sort of the direction is always in sync with the whole team. Yeah.
No, I
Boom.
appreciate it.
Perfect time.
No, no
Thanks
worries.
for the advice.
All right.
Thanks for the advice. I appreciate it, guys. We'll see you next time.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See ya,
Excellent.
Sean. Thanks
Talk
for
to you
coming.
next week.
Mhm.
Take care. Up next
I like that
is
little singy thing.
yeah, that's usually to help people be like, hey, time is up, but like it's fine for you guys if you want to answer anything specific, like if you need to close off, but it will just make sure that no more questions can be asked beyond that point.
Gotcha. Okay. What's
Yeah,
next?
it's Tankblade. Tankblade, you're coming right up.
Hello, first time up here. How's everyone
Tankblade.
doing?
Oh, you're a
Hey,
first timer.
Tankblade.
Welcome.
Yeah. So I actually have a. This is more of a musical question as a fan of Sega Genesis style music, FM synthesis, because I love to work with FM synthesis. But has there ever been consideration for having like FM synthesis arrangement for like the future games in particular? Well, that'd be kind of hard this day and age if we're trying to use the YM2612 chip because, well, that's older technology and the software emulation just doesn't do it justice. But it is something that I figured I'd ask. I wouldn't be surprised if Ed said no because FM synthesis is complicated.
Well, so
Mhm.
it is important to us to maintain the quality of the sounds that
Right.
were generated by that chip. Apparently, the DX7 sound
Right.
set is very similar, and Brian Coburn, who is remastering some of his originally composed tunes, with a goal of making it sound like it came from that Yamaha chip, but it's not.
Right.
So
I believe.
that quality we're trying to hang on to, but stylistically, like use stylistically,
Right.
not sort of limited by it.
Right, which is actually a pretty good idea because I believe the DX7 used the 2151, which was more of an arcade FM synthesis chip,
Yeah,
as well as
yeah,
music reduction.
we're used to these sounds as they
Yeah.
pertain to games, and it's very familiar to us. So.
Yeah. That
Sometimes
was.
I
Mhm.
don't always like FM synthesis because it was very limiting. Because
Oh
back
yeah.
when this game was in development, there weren't a lot of musicians available that could do that kind of programming, do that kind of work.
Yeah, because MML is pretty complicated because you have to write out the notes, write out the octave number, select the channel, and make sure that you're picking the right program numbers and trying to test out what it is you wrote, and then you add something else to it and you try to test it, but it starts back at the beginning. That's very time consuming and complicated.
Yeah, but very cool.
Oh yeah.
Very, very cool.
Oh yeah.
And it's absolutely amazing. Um, the emotional value of some of the music that comes out of the Genesis. That was
Mhm.
handmade waveforms and sequences, and that from that tiny little chip and a Z80 to run it,
Oh
just
yeah.
it amazed me. But I was used to Pink Floyd on my Walkman, and I wanted that. I wanted real fidelity.
Yeah.
So when I was young, but now in retrospect, I listen anytime I hear FM anything. My brain recognizes it, and I get a rush of dopamine.
Oh yeah,
Which
it really
you
does have a
probably
special
do
place in
as
our
well.
hearts for that.
Yeah, and brains.
Definitely.
Thanks for that question. Mhm.
Not a problem. I appreciate you having me up here. I'm good with my question now.
All right, cool.
Awesome.
Stay in touch.
Will do.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Love having you around. And the last person to ask a question. Actually, Moduvator actually was saying how Atta doesn't want to touch FM again, from what I recall.
Yeah. I mean, why would he?
Yeah, and it says here, moreover, did incorporate some of the FM tracks into the remasters that some people have that he picked up on. And it's like, huh. Anyways, let me oop. Let me do that. And up next is VISlaa. VISlaa, come up.
Apparently, I have to click the button. Hello.
Yeah, you have to
Hello.
do that.
So, I don't know if it's so much a question, so much as more of a philosophical thing about game development in general. More specifically about like water levels. Like one of the things that I've looked up a lot of is people really don't like water levels. And
Yeah.
I don't know on how much that pertains to if you're making an Ecco the Dolphin game, since the entire game is just a water level. If like you're either taking in consideration like what I don't know, what some people might not like, and then like I don't know, try to either adhere to adding something in, or I don't know. As a person who have looked at like lists of like hated water levels, I'm like, those are all my favorite levels. So I'm not necessarily best one for that, but I do find that a lot of them, I think it's the creep factor, like the whole thalassophobia for most people. It's just like I don't like water, or the lack of control a lot of the time.
Yeah, my theory is that you're playing this game, you're learning the controls, and then water levels
You're thrown
do
in the
like one of
water.
they well yeah they do one of two things. They either force you to relearn a new set of movement controls, or they provide like a very annoying a barrier, right? So there, like, oh, there's something that's at the bottom and you can't get there because you can't dive that far or something. So it's either it presents itself as like a hurdle, or you have to relearn. I'm already good at like dodging and everything, and now I have to swim and then I think those games also
Slow.
make water levels slow. You move so slowly and you can drown, and it's like this isn't what I signed up for when I'm playing this game. For Ecco, like we're not. It's not a game about being in the water as like a humanoid. You're a sea creature, so it should
Right.
feel good. It should feel good. Fingers crossed.
I'm excited. Again, I love the original Ecco games. I love everything about it, and underwater games are some of my favorite things. So, yeah, like I know I'm in a minority on that side of it. Whether it's from like Tomb Raider or Soul Reaver or anything else that's just like that just kind of sends me into the water and lets me just kind of like free roam. A lot
Monster
of fun.
Hunter.
Monster Hunter.
When I
Unfortunately, that just
No
lets you
pizza.
just kind of. It's like another plane that exists under the water that you don't really do a whole lot under the water.
I
Unfortunately,
know they fixed a little bit of that in Wilds, but like it still
Uh-huh.
feels limited because they don't want to go through the hassle of what they did through Try. But this is about Echo, not Monster Hunter. Even though you're pointing out
Well-
like other games like underwater levels and such.
Yeah, it's about how others have kind of either handled water and just the thoughts of like what that looks like. And as the person who designed Echo, I was also just kind of curious on like his thoughts on all of it.
Well, I remember thinking, every game has to have a lava level and, like all the elements.
Yeah, yeah.
Famous
Well,
lava
lava
Earth,
level,
level.
wind,
ice level.
fire. So what about the water level? Oh shit, the water level. So it's like almost it's just an afterthought, and water's cool and it looks good. You can do lots of interesting things, but it's not like Sherman was saying. It's not like the main play mechanic. There was just some obligation to make the water level because all games have a water level, like a
Mhm.
lava level. But I just remember thinking that, and obviously Echo the Dolphin is all in water levels, and it's a water game. But part of the thing I love about it is this relationship between gravity and buoyancy. Like the surface interaction of Echo is glorious, in my opinion. But in terms of experiencing water levels in other games, when I jumped into the water in Mario 64 and he went under the water, I swear I tasted chlorine. Like my
Yeah,
brain said, "Pool, I'm in a pool." And I
yeah.
sensed it. And it was so perfect, so
And you
glorious.
look down and you saw that it just went down to like this sunken ship with the eel just kind of
Oh,
poking out. So cool.
just so great, so great. So yeah, I love all water levels, even if they're shoddily implemented. Um, but
Got it.
Echo the Dolphin is all in on water.
Yeah. I
Thanks for a
guess
great question.
the flip of that would be Echo the Dolphin, as other people have mentioned, on surface, right? Like whenever you're on the ice or something like that. That takes away all your control outside of just bouncing
Yeah,
around on spikes.
yeah,
So no, great. Great. Thank you. I
yeah.
really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
And I think that's all for questions, unless I'm missing something. Which,
All
if
right.
anyone wants to ask now, this is your last chance. Yes.
Well, until next week.
Oh yeah, of course. People are writing. Oh. Oh, Anna says to don't forget to check your DMs, Ed. Was any
Yeah.
work
We'll
done
do.
on Echo Free for
I
Sat?
promise.
Okay, MTM Draws is saying, was any work done on Echo Free for Saturn?
No, we made a Cinepack video. Did we work on some? I think I remember swimming around on the Saturn very early on. Like before I even start a project, I'll have multiple prototypes playable before I even commit. So I'm sure I had something, but don't remember clearly on anything. Sorry.
It's fine.
I have a
Technically,
question.
that was me saying, I don't know.
And then Sean the Kraken is asking, what's Ed's favorite '90s action movie? It's random, but you know what?
That's a great question. You know what I loved? Payday.
Oh,
Ooh.
with Mel Gibson, right? Or was it
Nope.
with? Nope.
Quaid, Dennis
Oh, I'm
Quaid or something like that.
sorry.
Oh,
It was payback for this one. My bad.
yeah, Payday. I think it was.
Mhm.
And that is actually written by who wrote I Have No Mouth Yet I Must Scream? Philip K. Dick. So Payday is based on a Philip K. Dick story, and uh, our man Ben Affleck stars in that movie. I would say. Oh no, I'm thinking the wrong. Oh, I'm so sorry. Wait. Yeah. Payday. Ben Affleck. Philip K. Dick. Oh yeah, maybe Ellison. Yeah, Harlan Ellison. Yeah, you're right. I always confuse those guys.
And then for
Payday.
I mean it kind of works.
I love that game, Payday.
And then in Tandre, Was the glyph in the library saying that the Vortex are getting hungrier a reference to the fact that the team was Hungarian?
Of fun.
I
It sounds
remember
real.
back in those days feeling so annoyed on behalf of the Hungarian people because they're Magyars, and I don't like the equating Hungary with Hungary.
Um,
And I was like, "Ugh," back then. It's funny how you triggered that feeling.
it's like unintentional at best.
Here, I will say, the Atlanteans were terrified of the vortex, much more than your younger self 30 years ago when you played the game for the
Because
first
they
time.
actually because they actually have to experience it. Like, imagine you're in their world and you have to experience what happens. I'm guessing, right, from their perspective.
Yeah, the Atlanteans don't like the vortex.
I mean, and I still find it weird that the vortex later become the arthropods that we have in the game, and hence why Echo gets attacked by them all the time, including the trilobite, because it's a generational fade.
So I
It's
have
baked in their
a
DNA. Go
I
on.
have a question myself to ask, so I will try to ask talk slowly so that the horrible French accent can make me understandable. Um, so maybe sorry if this question has been asked before, so I'm
No problem.
just not sure if it's been already or not. But since you said you wanted to bring everything about Take Over Dolphin back, this includes Defender of the Future. Maybe at some point you have heard about the cancelled sequel named Sentinels of the Universe. So it was planned from Dreamcast, it was scrapped because the Dreamcast, of course, stopped to be in production. So my question is simple. If you are bringing Defender of the Future, which you are trying to do, and we can be pretty positive you will manage to do it, are you going also to try to, like, for example, resurrect Sentinels of the Universe in a way or another, or leave it cancelled?
That's a really
Concept
good
wise.
question.
Hmm.
Let me answer that question. First, I give it, just to be fair, a 50-50 chance that we get Defender into the collection. But if I can, Matt, because I did hear you, you sounded pretty confident that I was going to be able to do it. So I wanted to mitigate that expectation a little bit. And I am aware of the sequel that was in the works. That was, how can I say it? That was, the whole team was working. It wasn't just a prototype. There was an effort put behind it. But that's all I know about it. So
Yeah.
one day in the future, I will be all eyes and fingers into this thing. And
Okay.
if I'm inspired at all, and if I think it's cool, and practical, I'm gonna do. I'll do the thing that's fun and creative. Um, but that's a black hole, and
Yeah.
inside of it are multiple black holes. So
Yeah.
I haven't looked at it close enough yet, but I will say that I'm very excited to embark on it because I intentionally have not played it, have not looked at it, have not read that much about it, but I know David Brin wrote the lore in that particular version of Echo the Dolphin.
Mm-hmm.
And I like David Brin, and I am going to read all of his uplift books,
Yeah. Go
which he
on.
is
You will love
famous
them.
for, and I have not read them. Or I think I remember the cover with the dolphin on the cover,
Yeah.
owning that book, and I swear to God, I feel like I read it, but I don't remember a single thing about it. So I probably didn't actually read it.
Yeah.
And
I read all
I
of
am
it,
going
and
to
I'm sure
have,
you will be love it. Yeah.
yes, and just to talk to a sci-fi author of that magnitude, for me is all the payment I need for the effort to bring that part of the Echo the Dolphin back.
I will say, and this is interjecting into the conversation. Didn't you interview David Brin back in 2008, Gordon?
Oh
Like
yeah,
back in the day.
Yeah, he was very kind to actually answer a few questions. I sent a mail to him asking if he would actually be. Yep, I did. If he would actually be okay to answer a few questions regarding Ecco the Dolphin. And he was actually very nice and immediately answered to me, of course, go on. I sent it a few questions and he actually answered to them and actually he even sent me a nice postcard from where he was living. So I have actually a few insight about David Brin regarding Ecco the Dolphin Death of the Future.
And not to mention, within that interview, he said that he's like, wait, there's a sequel? Well, which again, this was after the first leak of Sentinels of the Universe came to be, which wasn't really known at the time, and it got him curious. He was like, wait, there's a sequel? Where sign me up. So it's like, I feel like it sounds like he's open to the idea of the game again. It just shows, it's like, huh.
Well, he was probably hired for a short time to bang out the backstory for the first game, and then it was years of development, and then he probably made multiple books by the time the game came out, and at that point he probably wasn't involved in it.
I definitely have his interview somewhere. If you wish, I can send it to you through DM.
I actually have the link.
I would love to read that, Gordon.
Of course, no problems.
Let me see, because I sent it to Joel actually about it. Hold up, Joel. Where is it, Joel? Okay, there we go. Found Joel's DMs. Link. Okay, I found it. And let me look for you, Ed. Here's the drive. Now you can read the interview.
Thank you, sir.
The first uplift booth was Sundiver. Well, not technically uplift, but it was a prequel to the very first episode, hinting at the uplift. Then it was Startide Rising. When it was, I think,
That's right,
uplift.
Startide Rising.
Yep,
that's the one I had. Startide Rising.
Yeah, it's a lot of people actually consider that book to be the main inspiration behind Ecco the Dolphin.
So what's the first book I should read?
I think you should start first with Sundiver, which actually brings some key characters from the upcoming novels to come. I have read every David Brin's book, almost every, but I mean Uplift, etc. I've read them completely because as a fan of Ecco the Dolphin, knowing that David Brin worked on Death of the Future, I had to read this book, so I read all the books.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, it
All
makes
right, cool.
sense.
Thanks.
And then, actually, I know people keep asking in general chat, like, what is... Okay. Just...
Yeah,
so
there
we
it
can...
is.
Yeah.
Sorry, Adrian.
No, it's fine. One of the questions that people keep asking, which by the name of the Blue Bomber with the Sonic profile, he's wondering, what does Saint Gabriel's mask mean?
Oh, I'm gonna ask Spencer. I'll get back to you on that. You got to come back next week to find out.
Oh, of course. But yeah, no, I was gonna say in another thing about Sentinels, I was like suggesting like maybe because it is in the same game engine and all. What if it was like a bonus post game content? But that's just me. That's just throwing a curveball. So take that as you will. It's just an idea at best.
Wait, what's
Find
the
out.
idea exactly?
Like, imagine you finally beat the game and it's like post game content. I've been tossing that idea around just for the funny, but that's really it.
I'm not sure I understand.
It's fine. I mean, Sherman may be able to understand what I mean by that. Sherman, you still here?
Can you say that again? So, endgame content?
Like, what if after you beat Defender of the Future, like base game wise, and then after you do certain things, like what if you get like post game content, like a whole new story that gets unlocked after?
Man,
mean,
when you want to,
It's just an
how
idea
long are
at
you gonna
best.
wait to play this game? Oh my god, how much?
We should
Stop
take
giving me
our
more
time
work.
developing it.
Stop giving me
Exactly.
more work. No, you're getting the base game. No, like additional content. You know how few people are gonna get to see that content?
That's fair.
Oh my god.
You know what?
So,
Sorry, I
sorry,
just
go
thought
on.
it was a funny idea.
Okay, yeah. So just to come back to what I was asking earlier, so very excited to dive into Defender of the Future and may get to give a look at Sentinel of the Universe if possible, right? If I understood well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
And then of course, Moduvator is pitching and saying original Defender of the Future team was at least 100 people. Do keep that in mind. Yeah. Says like yeah. But no, and then of course, again oh wait, someone's asking in the Ask Me Away questions. Any chance of new merch, maybe a vinyl soundtrack? I expect merch of the Crystal and Dolphin plushie would also be hot items from Fopdoodle. Any thoughts on that, Ed?
Yeah, we're all in on that. It's just what's the smartest, most beneficial way to echo the dolphin? We could do the merch. So we'll have a online store. We'll sell all the merch directly, and it'll all be integrated with the game universe. Those are our current thoughts.
Oh.
And I got Figma figurines on my screen.
Just to get an idea
to
of
the
what to
minute.
expect. Yep. And then for dev Q&A. Oh no, that's pretty much it. I think that's pretty much all there is. I don't see any more questions being asked.
Yeah, anyone in the chat still wish to have a last question before we wrap things up?
Okay.
Yeah, because we're already running in 2 hours into this stream. No, we will never let Ed go. I'm kidding.
2.5 hours.
Thank you guys for hosting these stuff. What mod? What do you mean by your last cigarette?
I mean, we are bringing Aurora into Ecco the Dolphin, so let's go HG in the community.
I'd be waiting patiently for Ed's. We get it, Anna. You want Ed to reply you in DMs. Wait, Ed, have you ever seen the animation by Dorkly called "Echo Friends Are Stupid Dolphins"? You may find it funny.
Yeah, it's hilarious. I love it.
Anything?
I
A lot of people are writing.
Let's see.
It was a very funny animation. It should be posted somewhere around here.
If not, then someone should post it in the memes channel. It'd be much appreciated.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, of course. We see the smoke coming out from your ears. Anything? No?
I think we're good then.
Yeah. Well, honestly, this was a really good dev chat. And how do you guys feel about the dev chat counter, the rules, and
all
of
that
course,
works. I think it works good.
Yeah, it helps people keep in track and keep things moving along, you know? Obviously, we devs may have some leeway, like extending our thoughts and such, but like otherwise, it's like we do want to respect people's time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's good to have
Adrian,
structure.
Adrian and me, especially Adrian, have been working a lot this last day to ensure that we've made the thing as smooth as possible so that everyone will have their turn, etc., etc.
I spent till 4 a.m. making the dev chat rules that you see on the screen. I spent all
Aw.
night.
He did that.
It looks wonderful.
I could
So-
update it, like, if you want.
So yeah, Adrian is going to link his PayPal account on the chat. So please send him money. So that he can...
No, I didn't ask for money. Wait.
Like he can buy Ed's games, including Colibri.
You know,
Yeah.
I've been meaning to actually get an actual PS2 again because it's been so long. Because, and then you know what? Give me. I will like actual consoles. That would be nice.
All
Yes.
right. Well, how should we end these things? I just
By remembering
not
the people
suddenly
that
kill
the
it?
world needs Ecco the Dolphin.
Yeah.
And you know what? We should say in each of our own languages.
That's what I want a nice recording of the world needs Echo the Dolphin in every language from community members sent to me so I could put them all together, make a video or something.
Por
Mhm.
supuesto. El mundo
Gordon,
necesita
you could
Ecco the
be the
Dolphin.
French.
Yeah, I will be the official baguette Ecco the Dolphin.
And I am the Spanish speaker for Echo fans around.
So we've got Ecco the Dolphin World Ambassador. I will be for France. He will be for Spain.
Well, it's
Cuba.
Spanish general, but I'm Cuban Spanish, so
Yeah, Cuba and Spanish. Yeah, sorry.
yeah.
So Cuba for Adrian, France for me, and well, who may join the? Let's
We
all
need more
record.
languages.
Yeah.
Yes,
Tibet?
and I'm
Okay,
speaking
folks.
Swiss German.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to disconnect quietly.
All
Bye,
right.
everybody. Thank you so much.
And see
Thank
you guys
you,
in the next
Ed.
one. Oh, and there he goes. What is it, Sherman?
Bye, Ed. But he was already gone.
Yeah,
Oh.
he does that now. It's just the funniest thing ever. It's like he does the disappearing act.
Okay, well, my little white flag for Anna.
Oh, thank you guys for supporting the dev chats as usual. And Sherman, I'll be talking to you in DM shortly.
Hey, yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, that is if I don't get dragged into anything else right now. Watch me say that in the next 5 seconds. I'm get called.
Oh my god, yeah. The story of my life.
Real.
All right. Bye, everyone. Thanks.
Bye, Chairman.
Awesome
Thanks for
questions.
coming. It was a pleasure.
See ya.